It's Week 18 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Cole Kmet, who's topped the 1,300-yard mark receiving on the year. It's the Broncos and the Ravens, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Well, from a city that normally gets only about 20 inches of snow a year, they're getting a pretty good wallop right now as we're at M&T Bank Stadium. What we can see of the ball appears to be teed up and ready to go. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Vita Vea drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
And here's a good way to kick off the drive, complete over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. On 1st and 10, Bishop. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Day. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Day. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Here's 2nd and 3. Try the right side with Howard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 3rd and 9 here.
Operating from the gun. Hurd. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
And that's out quickly to Chase.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The Broncos at 12-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16. They'll look to throw again.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. At the 34-yard line. Once again, it's Jacobs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Hurd. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on third down, Bishop. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Bishop looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the Ravens 29-yard line.
Looking to throw. Bishop. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Hurt and incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Definitely got to put their heads heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Looking to throw on second down. Bishop. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Got his man complete over the middle. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He was defended by Julian Blackman.
Back to throw again. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
This is caught by Tucker. Touchdown, Broncos. Trey Tucker,
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2,
Hurd able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
on 1st down, Hurd. And it's incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Bishop. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Throwing to start the drive. Hurd. This is caught by Ginn. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a handoff up the middle. Calhoun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
46-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down. Hurd.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Hurd. And his throw is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burke. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Hurd. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to go down again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get it. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Throwing to start the drive. Bishop. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Bishop. Over the middle, complete. It's Howard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
And it's third down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Jefferson. And he will have the Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
Howard up the middle. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line. The whole blockers off of.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jamar Chase from 17 yards out. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. To throw on 3rd down, Bishop. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Off play action. Bishop under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him, because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun, and he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burke. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Calhoun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Hooker. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Howard. Julian Blackmon bringing him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Again, it's Howard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Bishop. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Operating from the gun, Bishop got his man. It's Tucker complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. A give to Howard up the gut. And he'll go down here right around the
the 23-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Throwing on first down, Bishop.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw, Bishop. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And the Ravens taking the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll go for it. Hooker.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
He finds his man complete. It's Burke. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's Hooker.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burke. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hooker on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 104 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. They go with Howard again to about the 48-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bishop working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 26. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On the give, running right is Howard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it. We're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Denver, a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper. Bye.